everybody, this is Pam at the Paper Outpost. Welcome. Are you ready to have some good old crafty paper fun? Well, settle on down. I'm just mass making some very easy beginner greeting cards. These are very easy to make with Digikits. These are printable downloadable images, but you can also use pages from books or magazines or anything that you like. I do try and put some larger images in your Digikit files. There's 5 pages in each Digikit, and right now I have a special 40% off all Digikits at the Paper Outpost Etsy shop. So if you've been wanting some particular designs, maybe this is your time. Okay, so let's make some of these. I'm going to show you how to make one that's a decorative one that you might want to put in your junk journal, or as a pretty gift card to go on a birthday gift or a wedding gift or an anniversary gift, Mother's Day card, something like that. And remember, hey, we're crafters. We don't need to go down to the regular store and get a $5 or $7 card. We can make our own, envelope included as well. So let's do that. I'm also going to show you how to make one that's mailable, and the difference is very simple. So just to clear that up, let me also tell you, I'm going to be selling junk journals through April. I have a big back stock of junk journals because I've been saving junk journals since, ever since I've been starting to make them. And I have a lot, and I've decided to let some go to the universe, and I've started selling in April. And I'm just going to put them in my Etsy shop, probably mostly without fanfare, no video, not a social media splash. Maybe a community tab announcement. So far I've sold 4, but these are from when I was making junk journals a while back. So they're all going to be different styles. And they're some are not chunky monkeys, some are super chunky monkeys. It just depends on the one, but you'll be able to see by the pictures. But this was I can actually see the evolution of what I did by looking back in my old junk journal. So this is kind of fun. But anyway, there will be more for sale. Keep your eyes open for that if you're interested in that. Okay, so the difference between the decorative and the mailable is really the toughness of the envelope. Let's just say that. Now, some envelopes are extremely thin, airmail envelopes and things like that, but they're very tough, shall we say. In other words, they can withhandle going through the mailing machines and stuff like that. Some paper that we often like to use in the junk journal world might be a little bit too crumbly or weak or fragile or something like that, so you may not want to use it. For example, I'm using pages from an old dictionary that are caramelized, they're darker, they're vintage. They might not withstand being bumped around too much, but you can use a good old copy paper. This is what this is made from. It's 20-pound Amazon regular reams of copy paper, and that works just fine. Okay, so I've mailed and received this. I've tested it. I've mailed it out. I received it back, which is a good thing to do. Do the test mail, and just so you know. And you'll have confidence, and it'll be okay. It's only paper. Remember that. Okay. So here's an example of a decorative one. And I haven't even really decorated it, but I just used pretty old vintage paper that I thought would look nice in a junk journal. And I put in this greeting card picture, and the card opens like this, and it's a neutral design. I can use it for anything. And this is called The Old Tree. That's the Digikit that comes from. So that's a set there. And then there's the one that I could actually mail, or I feel confident in mailing. In other words, it's plain. I can put the return address, the stamp, everything is good. And then this one is, it's got a pretty car. I decorated this up a little bit. This is from Old Books. It's called the Digikit. And I just tore this out from another book. Never buy anything electrical at a flea market. And there you go. So that's kind of funny because I was just telling everybody, don't forget Goodwill. You can get a used typewriter for a typewriter. Oh my gosh. I used sewing machine for not too much. They used to be $20 each, and they said they tested them, and that was a great place to get one if you were interested. So that's where that came from. So very quick and easy to do. Nice beginner little cards here. And why don't we go ahead and make one? So what I start with is a piece of cardstock. This is a 110-pound lightweight premium cardstock that I use. And I'll try and remember to put the link below. But yeah, and you can get cardstock anywhere in all different kinds of weights. And the weights honestly confuse the heck out of me because I've found them to be different between different brands, but I think they're supposed to be the same. I don't know. And the paper weight is different than the cardstock weight. Just saying, to make it more interesting. But my theory is you could get 2 cards out of a 1 piece of cardstock. So let's try for Ballerina what was it? Ballerina Beauty? Ballerina Beautiful. That's from that kit. And this is Pastel Flower. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, I might have not cut these perfectly evenly. This one's a little bit long, and this one seems to fit just fine. Okay. But what I think I'm going to do is make them just a little bit smaller. So I'm sure I'm not going to have too much of a concern in my folding to make the envelope. So I'm going to see where there's excess. There might be a little bit of excess down here at the bottom. Okay. And I think somebody probably wanted to know what the size of these dictionary pages are. Let's see. 11 by, oh, come on. Gotta find the one. Where's the one? I got a new, oh, like this. Never mind. It's like I've never done it before. I know I barely. 11 by 8.5. Oh, okay, so this is the size. Okay, I have to prove it to myself because it doesn't feel like it. But yes, this is about approximately, it's a little smaller than 8.5 by 11. That much smaller. Okay, so that'll give you an idea of the size of papers that I'm working with. Okay, I'm the one who least enjoys measuring out of anybody in the world. I have to do that. Yes. Okay. So now this one, maybe I'm going to take a little bit off of here. Okay, and then a little bit off of the bottom, just so I know that I have lots of room to work with. Okay, now bone folder is your great friend here to get a nice sharp crease. What's up there? Now we feel like a real professional. Not mandatory, but nice to have. Okay, so that one can fit there. And I just want to leave a little white border around each of them. Yeah, and I can do that. That comes up very well. Let me just see if that is actually straight, because rarely do I cut straight. So, okay, that's not bad. All right, we'll call that pretty darn good. That's what we shoot for around here. Pretty darn good. Yes. Then we can carry on and move forward. Otherwise, I'm stuck forever trying to get it perfect. So I would suggest if you get stuck on that as well, that you give yourself the gift of freedom to make it pretty darn good and see how far you get. You might enjoy that process a little more. And if you absolutely love the perfection and the measuring and it just excites you to no end, happy measuring. Yeah. Okay. I think we got everybody covered there. All right, here we are. And that just, I'm using, you can't really read it, but it's walnut stain distress ink. And that just gives it a nice little crisp background punch from the white of the cardstock there. Now you can color that cardstock, you could do other things with it, but we're just doing a very easy beginner card. And did I show you the completed ones? I don't remember. I had to record this video again, but I will show them to you. I'll show you these, and then we'll show you the... There, I'm leaving about an 1/8 to maybe a 1/16 of an inch around. That's just what I chose, but you could make it fatter, thinner, doesn't matter. And... okay. There we go. Oh, picking up all sorts of stuff in my glue stick. Yeah. That's the way it goes around here. Well, I could make cards all day. This is fun. Because this is just simple and easy and rewarding. And I know I'm going to use them. So I feel like it hits all the high points. You know what I mean? It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so let me move you over a little bit. You do get like a second or two to reposition with most glue sticks. All right, let's try that. Okay. So I'll separate the two of you. There'll be no more squawking. You are free to run amok, as I'm sure you will. Okay. And there we go. I hope you're having a good day. It's really hot here in Florida. We completely had 2 days of spring, and apparently we're right into summer. It was 87 degrees yesterday. Thankfully, today's not quite as hot. We have a little rain going on, so there you go. So just trying to make it as even as I can. So I've got 2 really nice cards ready to go, and that was fun. I feel like I didn't show you these, but if I didn't, I'm just going to quickly, maybe I did. But anyway, this is one. Yeah. And this is the other. And this one I just added. This is from old books. And this says, never buy anything electrical at a flea market. I added this after, just for fun. It was in one of those little, you know, life lesson books, life's little instruction booklet. And those are cute. I coffee dyed the page, and then I just, a bunch of the pages, and I just put them aside. And every once in a while, I'll just grab a quote and put it on something. Or you can just leave it completely plain and keep it super easy. And you can also embellish away, add all sorts of fun things to it if you want. Okay, so now to make the envelopes. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take a page from the old dictionary, and we are going to we're going to make a square. We're going to grab this and pull it up here. Yep. To the top, like pinpoint it here at the corner. Use your finger or a bone folder. This paper is so thin you can use your finger. And then just remove this excess piece right here. And I think I'm just going to tear it because it's a thin paper and it likes to be torn. So you're not going to fuss with it. Okay. See, I have this funny little piece here and I could do a repair on that. We'll just see if we need it or not. Okay, so here is this one. Now we could do this two ways. We could do it this way or we could do it this way. I haven't tried this way. Let's try this way. I want to see if it works. Okay, so I'm going to pull it down. So I'm leaving about maybe 1/4 of an inch at these little corners here. Okay, folding that up. Now if I have to do a repair, I'll just come in here and I'll just repair it. Gosh darn it. Seems to be okay. I don't think I need the repair. All right, do that one. Okay, so this is going to be a tall envelope. And I'm going to get my glue stick, which apparently has, I'm going to put this underneath so nobody can even see that. Let's see if we hide that. Oh, look at that. It completely went away. The only problem is I missed my glue stick. Let me try that again. All right, here we go. There, we got it that time. There, we got it that time. So I'm going to need a little glue over here. Yep. There we go. Okay. And you want it super tight because then they won't be able to get it in and out. But like just snug but not super tight. Okay, that's good. This isn't glued down at all. We will now go back and re-glue to the tip. There we go. Now we're good. Now we're kicking. All right. I like to leave about a thumb's distance. I don't like to fold it right on top of the card, although you can. But I like a place for them to have a little space to come and get their card. All right, so we're going to fold that down. And there, voila, we have a card. And it's instantly matching envelope size. So this would be very cute in any junk journal. And you could decorate this up any way you like. Okay, let's see. Oops. Okay, so which one was that? That was ballerina or something? I forget. Yeah, that was the ballerina. So maybe we'll put something different on the front. Maybe we'll put, maybe we'll just put something, maybe one of these little flowers. That might look nice, yeah. So this obviously won't go through the mail because if you stick something on the outside, it might get jammed. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. This one or this one? We'll go with the more colorful one. All right, so I'm going to come in here and ink again. Okay. Okay. There. Then I'm going to put that like that. And you can also use that whole idea for the closure. Like you can, let me just do that because that's probably more functional at this point. And I do like to ink the edges of the flap. It just gives it this old world feel. Oh, who am I kidding? I like to ink the whole thing. Let's just go ahead and do that. Now, if you find that you're short on, let's say these barely meet and you're barely making it, because sometimes it depends on the card size. I made enough of these to know that there's probably some formula which I'll never use, but is out there. But let's say it's not going well. There's things you can do. Like, for example, you can come along and you can just glue a little bit of seam binding right down on that, and that would be very nice. Okay, you can also take washi tape and put that there. That would be very nice. And I think I've got a little air hole there. So what I'm going to do is just come with some seam binding And I'm going to glue it down because I think that's going to take care of all of our woes. I'm just going to go right on here on the crease, on the fold. Okay. There we go. All sealed up. And I could do that here too. Say if I wanted a nice reinforcement, just to be sure. And we'll just go ahead and do that. How about that? Get an idea what that looks like. But this isn't really necessary. It's just if you have any concern that maybe your paper wasn't long enough or something, there are ways that you don't have to take the whole thing apart. Stay where you are. And there we go. Okie dokie. All right, and you can just come and trim off any little excess. There. Okay, so that's cute. And we want to go cuter. We can go cuter, and we can put this here, and that's going to act as the closure tab. I'm only going to glue the bottom. Okay. Put this down. Make sure that I don't have the top flap in the glue. And I'll just put it like that. And that way the person can open and close the envelope over and over again till their heart's content. There you go. And that will look really cute. Here, Mr. Junk Journal. In here, like I could clip that to a page or tuck it in a pocket or a tuck. It would look really cute. I actually could glue the whole thing on the back here. A million and one things you can do with cards and envelopes. And I think that if you want to keep it for the person so they can remove it, don't glue it down. Just paper clip it or tuck it into a pocket or a tuck, something like that. But so that's a quick and easy way to do that. And then the other one was made with a regular piece of copy paper, which you might have, or any kind of paper is actually, as long as it's thick enough and strong enough. It's not necessarily the thickness, it's the strength. Okay, did I emphasize that enough? I'm going to do the same process. Okay. And then we cut this off. And those metal rulers are great tearing rulers. I just call them tearing rulers because I tear with them. But they're metal sharp-edged rulers. And if you put the metal side down, it's extra sharp, and it'll tear a regular piece of copy paper well, too. Now this one, the big finale difference with this one, is that the right card? This one looks awfully big. Well, we'll try. Okay, so this one we're going to put sideways, okay? The other one was like this. We did the long, tall Sally. Now we're going to do sleeping Rebecca. Okay. I don't know why Rebecca's sleeping. She just is. Okay, about 1/4 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch here. Either will work. Okay, there. Now let's see if we have enough on the sides. We just have enough because I think this one is a little bit smaller. There's this one I use. I really don't know anymore. But not so snug that you can't get these together. Okay. Now let's say if nothing worked and these flaps were not wide enough, you can always add extra paper onto these wings so that you have enough paper. And you can actually coalesce them together like that. And you can, let's use washi tape this time because I think that would look really pretty on here. Okay, let's pick out a nice color, Pam. Pick out something pretty. That's why you bought tons of this stuff, so you'd have it, so you could use it. All right, pick one. Here's one, like one of my favorite ones. There we go. It's a little pink one. And probably this is the one I've used the most. Oh, it's got pink flamingos on it. How Floridian of me. Okay, that's kind of funny, but this is, I'm just going to put a little bit of, if you put your glue stick on its edge, then you kind of get like a more of a pencil sharpened edge there. That's what I tell myself. And then you can put that in there. Now sometimes you get some glue here, it shows a bit, so you can do the rollies with the fingers and keep rolling. But like if sometimes it doesn't really work well, you cover it. Yes. And washi tape would be a great thing to cover it with. And that will, if you do it right, it'll go through the mail. But the trick is you really got to get it to stick. And the best thing to do to get it to stick is, nobody notice I'm using my fabric scissors to cut paper. I know, sacrilege. Put some glue stick on it. It's just going to help it stick. Because sometimes this is low tack tape. It is not meant for intense heavy crafting like we're doing, so it might give way, and I don't want it to give way in the mail for you. So is it possible it might? Yeah, it's possible, but probably won't. It's going to be fine if you give it this extra little shot. But just make sure the little ends are down. That's very important. Okay. And you might not even need to do this if you have enough of the paper showing, or if you made your card small enough. So I would just make it a little bit smaller than the actual cut size. There. Okay. So now you can put this flap down, and then you got your envelope. Basically, you're done there. Now that looks a little weird to me, so you know, you can. This is going to be covered and sealed, so on something under that should be okay. So maybe I'm going to bring something like I have this little newspaper ad here, and maybe I'm just going to put this here because I think that might look cute. Yes, let me do that, and that will just cover up all that whatnot. It's going to be a little tricky because this is thin paper. It's an old newspaper, old antique, vintage, probably newspaper. But I want to get my edges really well. That's important. So we use the thumb maneuver to ride around, as opposed to putting this down and dragging the glue stick across it, because that might tear your paper. All right. Now I did put a little glue on there. I'm going to get a little bit on my card. I'm fully aware of that. Yes, I know, but I'm going to go in there and make sure that it's not an issue. And if it is a little tacky back there, you can take one of these babies. Yep. Okay, hang on. Put open my drawer. It's a two-handed thing. If you grab one of these little cornstarch pouches, you can make these yourself or buy one, but they're just full of powder cornstarch. Pretty harmless. Just do this. Tap, tap, tap on the back of that, and that'll de-stick it. Okay, so now I think to me this might need some aging up. So I like to do this back fold here. I don't know, something about that one. I've always liked the way that looks when that's inked. And then of course we have to, you know, ink the rest, because what a lot of us do. Some strange reason we're keeping these ink people in business. But it's just kind of a cool, I don't know, it gives it a finished look, a little frame, a little vintage, a little fun, a little pizzazz. You can, yeah, this is where you can do whatever you want, really. I like to do these little edges that show. And even this one fold, because I made the square, there's a line down the center. I don't fight the line. No, I go with the line. I emphasize the line. Look at that weird stuff. I emphasize the line as opposed to fighting the line. I fought the line for years. Now I don't fight the line anymore. And if you get something weird, I mean, is that weird? It might be weird to you, but you can also come in and just cover the entire top with your dauber. And let's just say you want to have more impact or something like that. Like this is the flap of all flaps. There we go. So that kind of deals with that. Of course, then we have the outside. So you thought your work was done. It's never. No, you're not done. But this is fun, so it's okay that we're here and we're hanging out. And this is, I think it's getting dry. That's what's happening. It's not without ink. It's just dried from the air. And yours truly loves to leave the lid off her ink when she walks away. And she walks away a lot and comes back a lot. And it happens a lot. So that's the way it goes down in the room of crafting. So the whole thing is we never take anything too seriously in here. Because why? Really? No. We're just hanging out with each other, having fun, goofing off, making a million mistakes along the way, and we're lemonading our way to oblivion here. I think I'm even going to put a little frame around here. Just a little bit. Just like a pseudo frame. I'm just playing at this point. But you get the idea of how you can just keep going with these, and it looks very envelope-like on this side. And remember, you can don't forget about, you can like darken the corners a little bit more. That's always like a cool thing. I don't know why, but it is. There we go. So you have that, and you can put a label on here. You could just write right on here, put your return address, your stamp, and you are ready to go. So with that being said, let me bring back all our little interesting cards. Oh, you're a card too. And then, oh yeah, this one. This was kind of cool. And fun things that you can put in a junk journal. They are endless, these ideas. So, hold on. Let me see if I can find them. We have a moaner in the house. He's like, oh, don't just, hello, this is Sunshine, Junior Cub Pup Reporter. My nap was rudely interrupted, but when I found out it was pup day time, I was all about it. I came running, scooting across the floor. No, you didn't. I just picked you up out of your basket. What are you talking about? Okay, I hopped up on all fours and leapt into Mom's. Okay, who are we kidding? Okay, she picked me up like a sack of potatoes. That's the truth. I cannot tell a lie very well. Apparently. Yeah. We'll just roll with that one. Okay, I'm going to now look humble. Is it working? Okay, so anyway, back to you, Mom, because I'm getting a little nervous. I'm starting to sweat out here. Maybe I'm just really sleepy. I think I'm just really sleepy. But take care, everybody. Happy crafting. And remember, it's only paper. Love you. Okay, thank you. Oh, the shenanigans. Oh, the shenanigans. Okay, so remember 2 big specials going on. One, junk journals galore will be popping into the Paper Outpost Etsy shop as fast as I can prepare them and upload them. And also, or until I run out of them. Also, 40% off Digikits. So if you have some that you are interested in getting, this is the time. Grab them now. Lots of fun. Also just different topics, over 300. So my newsletter, I have a free monthly emailed newsletter. You get a free digital image emailed to you every month if you sign up for that. You also get a note from the bookmaker, which explains what a junk journal is and how to use it. And I put that in the front of my journal so give everybody an idea of what they just got. Let's see, there's a checklist of supplies on how to things you can collect while you're collecting items for your junk journals, and also a page list of ideas on how to break a blank page. And also you're going to get junk journal tips, updates from me, notices if there's specials coming up for that month. And yeah, so some good stuff. And also the freebie section is at the bottom of every newsletter. Okay, so my videos come out now Wednesdays and Saturdays, 7 a.m. Eastern Time. My podcast's audio only, new material, comes out on Tuesdays now. And the rest of the week, video podcasts are going to be uploaded. You're going to see and hear some information from my YouTube videos on there. And also I'm doing some YouTube shorts now. You may have seen those out there, but I still am making full-length videos on Wednesdays and Saturdays for you guys. Okay, so in my Etsy shop, I sell journals and bundles and kits and fundles when available. A fundle is a collection of old and interesting papers, 100 plus pieces, and free priority mail shipping with that. I told you about the Digikits. If you don't like to print Digikits, then I have an option called a print and mail option. I will print them for you. You get to pick 10 Digikits, and that gives you 50 printed pages on nice lightweight cardstock. And that also comes with free priority mail shipping. All you need to do is order the print and mail, just purchase the print and mail option, and then send me the list of 10 Digikit names that you are interested in, and send that through Etsy message. And I only need the first 2 to 3 words to know which one you're talking about. I do have a lot of similar names, so like bird or birds. Like, don't just tell me birds, because I got a million birds. So like, tell me like bird of paradise, or birds are beautiful. I have all sorts of different ones. So give me the first 2 or 3 words. That will help me. And you can also give me categories. Let's say I like birds, Pam. I don't know. Just pick out your favorite bird ones. Just say I like birds and flowers and Victorian style, and I can curate a nice collection for you. Or you can just say surprise me. I just whatever you think I might like, and I can also do that for you. Okay, so I have an Amazon shop. If you're looking for favorite tools and supplies that you see me use here, I do my best to put links in there, and that does help my shop, but you don't pay more for the items for using my links. So thank you very much for your support. I have a merchandise shop. If you like the phrase create with reckless abandon, or everything is a craft supply until proven otherwise, you can get that on a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, a zipped hoodie, a mug, a tote, or a water bottle. And you can find me on social media on Insta. They're pretty strong mugs, I can tell you that. You can find me on Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook group, TikTok, And we have a fun Facebook group. Come on over, and we're doing weekly and monthly challenges over there, as well as seeing what you guys make from these videos. And we have a wonderful administration and moderator group that help keep the Facebook group safe, happy, and friendly for everybody. Okay, thank you to all those folks. So yeah, that's it. So remember that fun can be simple. And you can be making your own greeting cards in 2 seconds, 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, and create with reckless abandon, everybody. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.